Dictionary.com.
Type. Beat.
What's up, everybody? It's Nick, and I've got my cat Bob with me. We're excited to show you how to make a dictionary.com type beat featuring Serato Sample. We just released this on Splice Rent to Own, meaning you can try it free for a few days. And if you like it, you pay it off in monthly installments. There's no hidden fees or interest. And once you pay off the full price, you own it. I'm genuinely excited that this is coming to Splice Rent to Own. Serato Sample sounds amazing when it comes to pitch shifting, and I'm excited to make this dictionary.com type beat with it. Now, the first step is obviously to visit dictionary.com. Yeah, wow, okay, so the word of the day, let's start there. Festinate, did not know that. Let's hear it.
Festinate.
Cool. And if I actually want to record it in Ableton or any DAW, I'm going to use Soundflower, which is free software that's going to help me route my Chrome audio into Ableton's inputs. We'll have the link in the description. So back to Festinate.
Festinate.
I do not know. Let's see what the definition is. Reveal it. To hurry, hasten. Well, let's
Festinate.
this video up. Let's festinate this beat. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. We'll record that by going to my Ableton input. Make sure Soundflower is the input device. And on my audio, I'm just going to go up here, make sure Soundflower is the output. Arm the track. I'm not going to turn on monitoring. Let's go ahead, arm it, record it. And now we're just going to hit
Festinate.
All right, so next, obviously, we're going to need a kick. So we're going to get all these sounds. So kick, to strike with the foot or feet.
Kick.
The k we could probably make into the kick.
Clap.
To strike the palms of one's hands against one another resoundingly, and usually repeatedly, especially to express approval.
Hat.
The distinctive headed covering of a cardinal.
Hat.
Let's get 808, of course. Whoa. No audio recording of 808. All right, let's search boom. There we go.
Boom.
To make a deep, prolonged, resonant sound. Okay, that's close. So we're going to go ahead and record that.
Boom.
What is that? It's like onomatopoeia. Oh, that's a good one. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. That, okay, yeah, definitely. Let's get that. And, I've got to
Splice.
to join together or unite two ropes or parts of a rope by interweaving of strands. That's beautiful.
Splice.
All right, next we're going to drop these samples into Serato Sample, and I'm just going to search that, add a new instance to this MIDI track. I like to start with the kick, so let's
Kick.
start with that kick recording and drag it in, drop it right in there. As soon as I hit a note on my controller, Serato Sample is going to map it to the slice.
Kick.
Cool, so I've hit the first key. It's mapped kick to that first sample slot. This is a short one shot. It's not a loop. I'm not gonna map it out to a bunch of keys. However, there's a fun thing I can do right off the bat is hit this keyboard icon on Serato Sampler, and that will instantly map that sample across your keyboard. So now that I've hit that keyboard.
Kick.
Okay, so now it's mapped across the keyboard. What I like doing though is, we can zoom in here using this plus. This grid feature is really useful for manipulating the sound I found. It's like meant to, really, lock in those loops, and it's really useful for that. But when you're using it with one shots, I found if you mess with the grid kind of expansion, kind of expand it out, you can get some interesting transients.
Kick.
So I'm going to continue expanding this.
Kick. 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 Kick.
It's tightening it
Kick. Kick. Kick.
more like a drum.
Kick. 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 Kick.
And I'm going to zoom out even more, make this extreme. Let's see. So that's a little extreme. I can always undo right at the top. Very simple, and I love that feature. I think all plugins need an undo feature, and just continuous undo is great. And then I'm going to save. So that's the grid point, but now I can zoom in and still adjust kind of the beginning and even length of this sample. All right, so that's kind of a short, low transient. I'm going to enhance that by using a few audio effects that we have available on Rent to Own. Beatformer and Neutron 3 Transient Shaper are my go-to now. I've actually even saved them as a little rack here. They will instantly kind of beef up transient, and it's a really good way to shape transient. So Beatformer is going to add some low end punch and some boom, and I can set the even frequency what I want that to be. And Transient Shaper is going to allow us to sculpt how quickly the transients kind of taper off and make it punchier, and it separates those controls over 3 frequency bands, so that's very powerful. So that's just my defaults. Let's hear. I'm going to increase the punch, and let's set a boom pitch to maybe I like F. Again, so this is the original sample was kick.
kick,
Not bad, right? And I'm going to do a little syncopation there. It's a halftime beat. We're at 128. Maybe just do a little faster. Very simple rhythm to start, just so that we can sound design. But yeah, again, I'm really happy with the kick. Let's go ahead and add in a new instance of Serato Sample. Let's go ahead and put the clap in there. Now we want to go higher frequency on this.
clap, clap, clap,
So let's do the same thing. Grid, we're going to do really expanded. Not quite a clap sound, but I kind of really like it. It's a good perk sound. Oftentimes I'll put in a rhythm just to sound design it. It doesn't have to be the final rhythm, but it'll help you as you're, turning parameters, A/Bing presets. You don't want to be necessarily reaching over to the keyboard all the time. I've got all my plugins open, and now I can sound design it. Might do a little mid-side punch. No boom because on the hi-hat. And I'm gonna add a little thermal to this to add a little distortion. Crunch. All right, so again, not bad for the original sounds being kick
kick,
and clap,
clap,
turning into this. All right, so I repeated the process of taking those 1-syllable words, hats, and snare in this case, used the grid feature in Sample Serato and shortened it. Here's what we've got. So I'm gonna actually add a sample in here. I'm gonna go to Splice and search for a tambourine loop. I kind of want a loop, so I'm gonna use that filter. Yeah, tambourine pancake. I really like that. So that's from this Pocket Drums with Corey Fonville. Let's just drag and drop that. By using Shift arrow key left or right, you can make the notes shorter or longer in Ableton. And let's just kind of go here. And this way I can kind of chop it, maybe do a little thing like that. And that just adds a slight variance. Let's take this word Tom. I think I found this word Tom.
tom,
Something fun we can do is use that grid function, but instead of go really choppy and short, we can go the other way and kind of narrow in the grid, and it's gonna sound really expanded out. And tune it down. That could be just a weird effect. I'm gonna definitely filter it out. I'm gonna put some RC20 on that. Illmind has. Trips me out. Okay, so the cat is just little pressure changes is triggering. I'm gonna unarm that track. As I was saying, Illmind dropped some RC20 presets on Splice. You should definitely check them out. In the den, So this is a great time to bring up the fact that you can assign which MIDI controller controls a certain MIDI track right here on the right-hand side. I'm gonna just say this track's only controlled by the push right now so that my cat can't trigger it. There we go. All right, I'm gonna add a quick 808, put it in Serato Sample. Let's go ahead and get a Serato Sample. I like the Super Mario 808 low C, so let's go ahead, drag and drop that into Serato Sample. ARM keyboard mode on the 808, and we have glide functionality in Serato Sample, so that's gonna be nice for 808s, of course. So if I wanna see the two clips together in Ableton, all I have to do is hold Shift, select the clips, and then double click, and you'll see at the very top, there's a little hitbox that will switch between your two different clips. So let's shorten the MIDI notes, but increase the release time in Serato Sample. That'll give a nice kind of decay. All right, let's chop up maybe a few more, maybe those longer vocal phrases. That's kind of fun. And actually, I want to do this whole thing.
Onomatopoeia.
Shifted and key shifted.
Onomatopoeia.
And now I'm going to use the grid functionality to actually maybe what it's really truly used. I'm going to zoom in and try to get this in time. So I'm going to get this onomatopoeia. Let's use just a little filtering. Let's get the word of the day, festinate.
Festinate. Festinate. Festinate. Festinate. Festinate.
I like going to the Lush presets. All right, I'm just gonna spend a little bit more time really polishing this, and let's see what we can get.
Dictionary.com.
Nice. Beat.
Awesome. So that was a fun way to explore the power of Serato Sample, some other plugins that we have all available on Rent to Own. You'll be able to check them out in the description and try them for free. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're releasing videos weekly, and let us know in the comments what other types of videos you would like to see. As always, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Stay inspired. I'll see everyone next time. Later.